Hey there, welcome back. It's been a while. The last 2 weeks have been just a little bit hectic.
My name is Summer. I'm a mother to one little girl who is 9 months, and her name is Saoirse.
Video, but I am back, and hopefully we'll be back every single week with a new video. So this week I'm going to talk about books. So Saoirse, we try to be very conscious about what types of toys we bring in the house. We try to limit the amount of toys just because she doesn't need a ton. But there's one thing that I do not limit, and that is books. So we do subscribe to a book club that she gets books every single month. We do go to the library once every 2 weeks. I try to do once a week. And yeah, so, and we read about 3 to 5 books a day. Maybe the same book over and over, but she does love books. So today I'm just gonna go through all of the books that we have that we personally own for her, what they're about, and if Saoirse likes them or not. So I think a lot of these books would be good for any child under 2.5, maybe 3 years old. If I think that it's mainly for younger children, then I'll specify. But I am gonna divide her books into 2 categories. Ones that have a fantasy element. So when I say fantasy, I mean things like talking animals, things that aren't based in reality. Yeah, basically. And then we have the books that are based in reality, and I will explain why I think, if there's one that's like on the line, why I think it's one way or the other. My phone is going off. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's get down to some books. If the camera shakes, it's because Saoirse is climbing. Okay, this first book is Opposites. We got this at our local grocery store for free. And so I'm not sure if you can actually purchase it. I think it may actually, oh, I don't know. It says that it's a Bindon book. If I can find where to purchase this book, I will put it right here. But it's just Opposites. Saoirse really likes this one. There are some drawings in here that aren't exactly reality, but the idea of inside, outside, wet, dry is based in reality. So I will throw this one in the based in reality books. So that's the first one. She does pull this off her shelf quite often. She likes to look at the pictures. In particular, there's one of a set of cows in here that she really likes to look at. Next, I'm going to show these together. Fruits and Vegetables. So these are by Sarah Anderson. One of them is in Spanish and English. The other one is just in English. Saoirse really likes these. They have really good drawings of vegetables. We got this one at a local bookstore in San Antonio, but I will link where you can find this one. I'm sure we can find it on Amazon or some other online bookstore. I really like to, whenever we have a particular vegetable or fruit that is in one of these books, oh, that's backwards, that is in one of these books, I will take it out and I'll let her play with it while we are reading the book. That way she has some reinforcement of reality in with the vegetables. The next book may be controversial of whether it has a fantasy element. I don't think it does. But The Very Hungry Caterpillar. We really love this book. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. So it does go through the life cycle of a caterpillar from egg all the way to metamorphosis. Now, I think the only thing that wouldn't be based in reality is him eating all of these different vegetables, all of these different foods. but the idea is the same, that he goes from an egg, he eats, he makes a cocoon, and then hatches or crawls out and becomes a butterfly. Saoirse really likes this one because it's easy for her to turn the pages. She also really likes to look at the butterfly at the end. So this one is a great book to add to your kids' library. Okay, this one we got at our local aquarium. It's called Ocean Babies. I don't see who it's by, but the book just goes through ocean baby animals, very short, very clear photos, lifelike photos. So that's really, really good, especially for children underneath the age of 6 to see books with lifelike photos. This one she really likes because there's babies with their mamas and they're in their natural habitat. Another one along the same lines we got at our aquarium is Life of an Otter. This one is by Molly Woodward. And once again, it has realistic photos. Right now, we only read the top parts, but on the pages, there are little blurbs that I think would interest older children. So this book will grow with her as she gets older. We did get a stuffed animal otter for her to use while she is reading while we're reading her the book. This one a dear friend gifted to us. It is Introductory Calculus for Infants. She really, really likes this book. It just goes through the alphabet, talking about different calculus concepts. I think that it's great to introduce children to math as early as possible, and we read this book probably once a week. So this book, Saoirse reads every single night. I've seen where people say that it's not based in reality because the main characters are bunnies, but I think the concept is still the same. The bunnies aren't actually talking in the book, so I think it's okay. It's Goodnight Moon. We read this to her every single night. It is by Margaret Wise Brown. So this is in our everyday routine. Next book is Some Bugs by Angela Dirtolizzi. I don't know how to say that. But this book is just about different types of bugs. Now they aren't actual photos, but they're good drawings. And I think as children get older, they can look at the photos more, but it talks about some bugs click, some bugs sing, some bugs sting. And at the very end, it has a classification sheet. We got this in a Literati subscription, so I'll talk about their subscription service later. We've been a part of it for a couple months now. We really love it, and we've gotten some really good books out of it. So she really loves this book. We read this one quite often. Next, also came in that same Literati subscription, is Dinosaurs by Jill McDonald. So it talks about the different types of dinosaurs, the things that they ate. It talks about paleontologists, different things like that. So this one, she loves this book. The painting, I guess they're not really paintings, are they? The photos, drawings, whatever you want to call them, of the dinosaurs she really, really likes. So this one would be a great one to add to your, she's chewing on my shoe. This book would be a great one to add to your kids' library. So we also got this one on a Literati subscription. It's Potato on a Bike. It's by Elise Gravel. So this one I think would be really, really cool for older kids that are really into interactive books. This book goes through a bunch of things that are not based in reality. such as a broccoli that can count to 10. Have you ever seen that? And then you say, no way. And then it goes all the way through the book until the end, till it has something that is based in reality, tickling a baby, and then you say, yes way. So I think this is a great book to reinforce different things that are not based in reality that may be funny and kind of a silly way. It also gives kids an outlet to use their favorite word, no. So this one I think would be great for older toddlers. My baby really likes it because at the end we do tickle her and she giggles and laughs, and so we have a great time. So this one came from the Literati subscription. Once again, this one came from a Literati subscription. It's called More Blueberries by Susan Musgrave. It's about a set of twins who are obsessed with blueberries, eating them morning, noon, and night, and talking about how they just want more blueberries, more blueberries, more blueberries until they go to bed, and then there's no more blueberries. The pages are really colorful, interactive, great drawings of the kids' faces. So we really like this one. It's very high energy and would be a great just middle of the day type of book. This one came from our Literati subscription as well. It's called All Aboard National Parks by Kevin and Haley Myers. So it just talks about the different types of parks and has the different animals that may live in the park. So I think this one's really cool. I think older kids would get a lot out of being able to possibly look at a map and matching where it is on the map to this book. Saoirse really likes to just look at the photos right now, and we point out the different animals that are inside the book. So this one we got at Costco. It's called My Heart by Corinna Lucan. So this book is really cute, really sweet. I read it to her at bedtime. It talks about how your heart can be different things. Some days it feels like a puddle, some days it feels like a fence that's keeping the world out, other days it can grow, and that it's your choice whether you let people into your heart or not. I think it's very sweet. We also got this one at Costco, The Wonderful Things You Will Be by Emily Winfield Martin. I'm sure that you're probably familiar with this book. Saoirse really likes this one because of all the different drawings of little kids in it, and it talks about what your child can be, and that no matter what, whenever they get older, you're gonna love them no matter who they become. So that's all of the books that are based in reality. These books that I'm about to show you have some sort of fantasy element associated with them. So let's get started. This first book we got in a Literati subscription, Car, Truck, Jeep. You read it to the tune of Ba Ba Black Sheep, and it just goes through. It talks about dump trucks arriving at the harbor, trains, and different things like that. The reason why I place this one in the fantasy element is because at the end it does talk about trucks and trains needing to go to bed, which is obviously not something that trucks and trains do. But other than that, it's pretty based in reality. People are asking if the garage has any gas, and he says, yes, I've got 3 tanks full, you know, the whole rhyming thing. Really cute because it has like a sing-song type of pattern, and it really makes your kids engaged. This one we got at our local grocery store, Goodnight Goon. It is a parody of Goodnight Moon. I thought it was very cute, especially for Halloween. I think for older kids, it could possibly be seen as scary, so just kind of gauge that with your child. I think it's adorable. Saoirse loves it, and sometimes we do replace her Goodnight Moon book with this Goodnight Goon. Sorry, she's trying to stand up. This one we also got in a Literati subscription. It's What Makes a Rainbow by Betty Schwartz. This one is really cool. It is a bunny asking his mother what makes a rainbow, and she tells him, oh, you should go around and ask your friends. The bunny goes around to all of its friends, asks what makes a rainbow, and each one of them talks about how a different color makes a rainbow. As you flip through the pages, the different, there's a new string added for each color of the rainbow until you have the full rainbow, and at the very end, there's a pop-up rainbow. So we really like this one. She likes to touch the ribbons as they go through, and then the rainbow at the end. I would be careful with kids that want to grab quite a bit with this. I don't know how sturdy the ribbons would be if someone was tugging on them, and I worry that maybe the rainbow would break. So that's something to consider, but this is a very cute book. She's tumbling around. This is a very cute book for young children. This one, we also got on a Literati subscription. As you can tell, we really like Literati. This video isn't sponsored or anything by them. They just send really good books. This one's called Hello Knights by Joan Holb. It says, join abandoned knights as they protect their castle from dragons in the slapstick friendship next step concept book about opposites. So it goes through, it's a very cute little book. It's kind of funny. It talks about, says things like, get the king his underwear, and talks about how dragons are coming, and then when the dragons get there, they have to hold the wall. In the end, the dragons and knights become friends, and okay, sneeze fest from the dogs. In the end, dragons and knights, they become friends, and there's a little special pop out part here. So this is just a really cute book. Shows next. Yes. I see. Shows next step concepts. And if your kids are really into dragons or knights, this would be cute. So this book my sister bought for Saoirse. It is What's Wrong, Felipe? It's a Disney book. It's a story in Spanish and in English. It goes through a story of Belle and Felipe. It has both sides, Spanish and English. We haven't really read this one to Saoirse yet. She does like to look at the photos though inside of there. So I think it would be cute if your little one likes Belle or likes horses or the Disney princesses. We got this book at our local grocery store. It's just Dumbo, Happy to Help. It's just about how Dumbo goes around the circus grounds and helping different people. Yeah, that's basically it. So this one we got at our local Harley Davidson. It's called Moto Mice. So Moto Mice, this book is about different mice that ride different types of motorcycles, showing that there's all different types of bikers out there and that they're all family, that anybody can be a motorcyclist. Robert really likes to read this one to Saoirse at night. She really likes to look at the different bikes inside of here. It's just a really great inclusivity book. So this one is by Paul Owen Lewis. Oh, I've got the sniffles. On the Night You Were Born by Nancy Tillman. I bawled, y'all, when I read this book to Saoirse for the first time. I still tear up every once in a while when I read it because it reminds me of the night that she was born. So it just talks about on the night that you were born, the moon smiled down, the bears danced, just different things like that. If you do get this book, be prepared to cry. I really like this book. It's something that we've cherished. I do have to get Robert to read it to Saoirse most of the time because I still get teary-eyed. But I think it's very sweet. I think it would be a good book to add. They also have a lot of other books in the series. We haven't gotten them yet, but I do plan on getting the whole series. These books, we got it at Half Price Books. We are really into Star Wars here at the house. So we've got Star Wars Attack of the Clones and Star Wars. So we got Star Wars Attack of the Clones and I Am a Droid. It's just basically a shortened version of the different Star Wars movies. We do plan on getting the whole series with all the books. 1 second. Saoirse's gonna join me for the rest of the video. This book, Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You? This book is a Dr. Seuss book. We really like this one because it's making sounds. It goes through different types of animals making sounds, different things. Oh, Saoirse is not gonna be wanting to finish this video. I'm gonna have to hurry up here. So this is going to be different types of sounds, things like rain, and this would be really good for older kids that can also make the sound with you. But right now she just thinks it's hilarious when we make the sounds for her. Do you want to get down and look at your books? This one is The Little White Rabbit. This one does say that it's actually a Literati exclusive, so I think you'd have to get a Literati subscription in order to purchase this book. But it's by Kevin Hinkes. Yeah, The Little White Rabbit. It talks about a little white rabbit who is just hopping through the forest, and he's hopping through the grass and he, bless you. He wonders what it would be like to be green, and then he's hopping through the grass and he sees a rock and wonders what it'd be like to be a stone. And he goes through all these different things, and at the end he ends up hopping home, but he doesn't wonder who loves him. And it just talks about a mother's love. This one is an adorable little book. We've been reading it to her at nighttime along with her Goodnight Moon book. So that's all I have for you. I hope that y'all guys liked some of these books. I'll probably update her list because this holiday season, instead of doing an advent calendar, we're going to do a different book every day that she can open over the holidays. So I'll probably update this list of books whenever that happens, but thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys like these books. If you have any other book suggestions, put them down in the comments. If you want to check out Literati, the book subscription, I'll put a link down in the comments. It'll give you $25 off of some books, and I hope y'all guys love all these books. Say bye-bye. Bye. Can you say bye? Bye, everybody. See you next week.